What are the must-do things for your shopping ads to beat out the competition and to scale up your campaigns profitably? I'm going to show you exactly what I do in this video. Let's go. Hey all, in this video I'm going to show you the best practices for your Google Shopping ads and Google Merchant Center. I've been running shopping campaigns for years and years, scaling up several different e-commerce stores to 7 figures and above. If you're new here, my name is Sam and I help e-commerce store owners grow their stores remotely. If this video is helpful, please let me know in the comments. Also, smash the like button and smash the subscribe button to get more useful tips on how to grow your e-commerce store remotely. I'm giving away all my knowledge for free! Okay, the first thing you want to do is optimize your product feed. So your product feed allows you to give Google all the information about your products. It's a major point of optimization and a way that you can get a big edge over your competition. Few people actually take the time to go into their feed and make sure it's lined up perfectly. How do we do this? 1. Optimize your titles. If you pay attention to anything in this video, pay attention to this point. Google puts a lot of value on the titles in your product feed. They will judge them intensely. Your titles are not just what people see before they click to go to your product page. Your titles are what Google uses to figure out what the heck your products are. There have been many cases where I've optimized the title in a product feed and Google has then shown my product to way more people and I've got way more clicks and therefore more conversions. It's not just in the performance of that product, but it's in the volume of clicks and impressions that you're gonna get with Google. Okay, so how do you optimize the title? There's a lot to get into here and I made another video going deeper into this, so I'll leave a link in the description to that video. It really just involves using structure in your titles and using language that your customers use to search and speak about your product. I will say that you should highlight the important attributes that your customers are interested in. Give the people what they want. Stuff like brand name, color, if it's for a certain gender, size, type, anything that describes a product. You don't want to make the titles super long, but go check out that video. I'll put a link in the description and I go deeper into this. The next point after titles is to optimize your descriptions. Descriptions are treated in a similar way to your titles. Google uses them to figure out your product, but less people are going to see the descriptions. If someone searches for a term that triggers your shopping ads, they're just going to see the title, the price, the image, and if you have reviews on there, they'll see the reviews. They'll need to actually click the shopping tab after searching and then go find your product, click on that to see the actual description. Okay, your description isn't as in your face as your titles, and a lot of people will just disregard them. They won't put any effort into making sure their descriptions are good in their product feed. This is a big mistake because even though not many customers will see the descriptions unless they go into that shopping tab, Google does see the description. Google does read and crawl your description to figure out what your product is, so make sure you put descriptive information in there. It may not be as in your face as your titles, and people have to go to the actual shopping tab and click on your product to see the description, but Google will see it. Google will always crawl your descriptions. The descriptions give Google much more information about what your product is, how it is used, and all the other information that can't be fit into the product title. Make sure to spend the time here to write a description that's long enough and informative enough to show Google what differentiates your product from the competition. If you don't have product descriptions on your website and your feed is in Google Sheets, so it's not actually pulling from the website, then I recommend taking a step back first and improving your website, adding in a comprehensive description before then going to your feed and improving that side of things. Make sure this description has a lot of information about what your product is, what it does, and how it is used. A quick tip I love is to add product videos to my descriptions on my website, not on my feed. Don't be picky here. You don't need a professional video. You can just get your phone and make a video and add that in. It's super easy. Just show the product in use. What I also love doing is give incentives to my customers for them to create their own video talking about the product. The videos taken with the phone actually perform way better than any professional videos because they look real. They're not some corporate video. They're real by a real person demonstrating the product. Okay, the next tip is choose a really good image. A lot of people will just let Google pull the first image from the website and it's not the best one. What you should do is really think about your image and how it stands out on Google compared to the competition. I recommend going to Google right now and searching for products related to yours and seeing what the competition is using as their image. You might see that there's 1 or 2 products that really stand out. Maybe they're using a different background, maybe there's a different angle, but this sort of thing can see a massive jump in click-through rates compared to the competition. Think about what can you do to stand out? Hey guys, okay, let's jump into Google and let's search and see some images. So let's search for something like kids playground. Okay, let's go into the shopping campaigns. Okay, so take a look at these results here. What do you think stands out the most? You have these kids playgrounds here that have a white background. They look pretty similar. Then you have these ones here, probably from the same brand, that have like a background. They have a lot of bright colors and they really stand out. This is just one example. What you want to do is test, but you want to go into Google and search the competition and see what stands out. That stands out, but that's for an inflatable one. Maybe the customers aren't looking for that, but that's something you need to go and do. Check out what actually stands out. These changes can bump up the clicks a lot. If you're also running Facebook ads, I recommend keeping an eye on what content is performing well, what images of your product, videos are doing really well on Facebook. We've seen that taking those images and getting them on the product feed can get pretty good results too. You've already done the testing on Facebook, sometimes these also work really well on the product feed. Keep in mind that Google does have restrictions on what images you can add, but I always try and get things approved. Give it a go, because even if you can't, it's better off trying. And if you can, you've got a bit of an edge over the competition, and when you're dealing with large shopping campaigns, once you've scaled these up, those little edges mean big profits. Also, make sure you have high quality images, HD. I can't believe it when I see shopping ads that are all blurry. It just is so frustrating. Google also doesn't like it if you have promotional text or logos on your images. I've found that if I can get these approved, they sometimes perform better, but it really depends on the product and the brand. Like I said, I like to push the boundaries here and see what I can get approved, test out different images, because sometimes those perform much better and the competitors are not testing them. Okay, the next tip is to add the Google product category to your feed. This is really important and often gets overlooked. Google has its own list of all the different product categories for all e-commerce stores, and you need to go through and find out which one yours is, get the code, and add that to your feed for each individual product. Maybe all your products are under the one category. That's okay, put that one code for every single one in there. This is part of your feed and it's usually optional by Google, but it gives Google a bit of an extra edge in figuring out what the heck your products are. It's so easy to do as well. You might as well do it. You just check the list, find the category that suits yours, and then add it into your feed next to the product. Boom, you're done. That's it, end of story. Check the description to a link to the blog post for this video, and I'll put a link in there to all the different Google categories so you can easily find which one you need to put for your products and then add it into your feed. The next tip is to maximize your feed as much as possible. A lot of people get frustrated with their feed and they give up with just the compulsory fields. They get it done and they leave it and that's it. Bye-bye feed, you're finished, you're approved, I don't want to look at you ever again. This is a big mistake. You should be always looking for opportunities to add more fields, more data, more information to your feed, because the more information you provide Google, the more information it has about your products and it knows who to show those products to. There are so many other optional fields in the product feed that you can add that a lot of people just leave blank. This deserves its own video. I'll probably make one about this, so subscribe if you want to get a notification for that video. But your feed is a baby and you want to care for that baby as much as you can. Give Google the best shot at showing your products. This is how you beat out the competition on Google Shopping, even those huge brands, and you can make way more profits. It's easy. Okay, the next one is super important as well. Keep your products always approved in Merchant Center. I recommend checking your Merchant Center right now. See if there are any errors, warnings, or disapprovals. As soon as you get a disapproval, boom, your ad is going to stop showing in Google Shopping. You're losing revenue by the hour. You're missing out on sales. Make sure to check your Google Merchant Center account every day if you can. Set a reminder. If there are any disapprovals, get them approved ASAP. As soon as possible, people, please. I have a whole video dealing with Google Merchant Center disapprovals. I'll leave a link in the description. I even talk about how to call Google and get things approved in that video, so check it out. Like I said, if a product is disapproved in Google Merchant Center, you won't be showing any ads. Boom, you're missing out on sales, so get this fixed up regularly. Okay, that was a deep dive into the product feed. Let's now talk about your Google Shopping campaigns. Okay, the first one is the campaign settings. This is a big one, and when I audit people's Google Ads accounts, I find so many opportunities just in the campaign settings. There are so many rookie mistakes, I can't believe it. I'm going to jump into my computer right now and talk you through how I set up my campaign settings for shopping campaigns. Guys, I'm going to quickly show you how to set up your Google Shopping campaigns with the settings that I recommend. I have a whole video on setting this up properly where I go into much more detail, but I'm going to quickly show you right now. Let's create a new campaign over here. Goal is going to be sales. We're going to put on shopping. I'm going to make sure our magic account is selected and standard shopping campaign is okay. Let's go into the actual settings now. Cool, campaign name. I'm just going to put a shopping campaign. Fantastic, manual CPC. I'm okay with that. Budget, I like to start with $50 per day, $30 to $50. Turn off these. Make sure this is set to this, and that's good to go. That is, and then ad group, I'm just going to put in all products. This shopping, I like to start with $1 and later bump it up to $2 to $3 depending on how well those ads rank and how well those show, depending on how the Google algorithm reacts. And that's to start with. And save, and then your campaign is going to be live. Let me get out of this now, but check out that video. I'll leave a link in the description where I go much more deeply into setting up your shopping campaign. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, this bit here really screwed up with the footage, so I'm just going to redo it here right now for you guys. So basically the next bit is on bidding. Make sure you do the right bidding for your campaigns, okay? So what I like to do is I generally start off with manual bidding with enhanced CPC, wait until I have 50 or more conversions per month, and then I like to change to an automated bidding strategy like a target ROAS bidding strategy based on that data that I've already generated. Now, why does this work? Well, in the beginning, you really want to kickstart those campaigns, give Google enough data to work with a good product feed, but also give them the boost in the right direction by being able to manually adjust the bids for your products on a product level. And what do I mean by this? I'm going to actually show you right now for an actual old campaign that was run last year. So basically I'm in the shopping campaign now, I'm in the ad groups, I'm going to click into there and you'll see here that these are all expanded out for these products, okay? To do that, you click the plus sign and then you're going to see, and then you subdivide by item ID, you're going to see all the products, select all, continue to edit bids. They're going to go over to this page and then click continue to edit bids, and then it'll basically save and then allow you to see all the bids. And if you've never done this before, it'll just have whatever your default bid was. Say it was $1, all of these will be $1, and then you're going to be able to see here and adjust the columns and look at how each product has actually performed individually, which is insanely valuable to see, okay, well maybe I should actually have a higher bid for this product because it's actually performing much better. For example, like these ones, these bids aren't going to line up with performance because this is from a period from last year and we've gone up and down with this campaign in particular. But basically what you want to do is change those bids on that product level because different products are going to perform differently. Each of these products has a different order value that is generated basically. Like I can even show you that right now. If we go to modify columns, conversions, value divided by conversions, it's going to say how much look at that. There's a vast difference, a lot of variance here. This one's generating $126 on average per conversion. That's insane. And so depending on your profit margin, you might even have different profit margins on a product level. Maybe not, but even then the profit generated per order is going to be vastly different. So I don't know about you, but I'm going to want to pay a lot more for these orders that generate $126 in sales compared to a $59 or $50 average order value there. So that's something that's a really, really important best practice to do. I like to do that for a month or until I get those 50 conversions. This one obviously is performing really well. We'll actually try out a target ROAS or another automated bidding strategy, see how Google responds. You got to give it a couple of weeks and then compare it with the results we're getting from manual. But this is an incredibly, insanely valuable strategy. I have a video where I actually go deeper into this and how we actually have a template that figures out the exact bid that you should be bidding to break even on every single product based on your past data. And it works for you. Just you download all your data, you use our template, and then boom, it'll tell you how much to bid. And I'll put a link in the description to that video. That video then has a link to the template, so you have to download that. But it's worthwhile because dozens and dozens of campaigns we've scaled like crazy by doing this strategy because you really give Google that information that it needs in the beginning. So that's it. Okay, the next way you can optimize your Google Shopping campaigns is to use negative keywords. A lot of people never do this and it blows my mind. You have the opportunity here to tell Google exactly what you don't want to show for, and most people don't even do it. They're lazy. Oh, it takes time. I have to do it every single week. Yeah, but it provides consistent results and improvements over time. Let's jump into my computer. I'm going to show you what I do here. Okay guys, this is a really easy way to get your negative keywords from your data you already have. Go into your account, go to the campaign you want to add keywords for, and go to keywords on the left, and then go down to search terms. This is going to show all the search terms that people are actually using before they click your ads. It's awesome. Now you're going to have a lot of conversions in here depending on how long you've been running your account, but what you want to do is create a filter to just show the ones that don't have conversions. So I'm going to go down to filters and go to conversions, and I'm going to make it so if we have less than one conversion, then we're going to show all the search terms. And so now we have all these search terms that haven't or got less than one conversion. Maybe they contributed to conversion like these ones over here, but overall, you know, they've only seen a tiny bit of conversion data or zero. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to sort them by cost. So like this, so you see that these are keywords here. Like this one here spent $37, no conversion so far. Depending on what your benchmarks are, that might be too high, especially maybe if your cost per conversion is like $2, like that's way too high to spend on a search query. What you can do here, some of these are already added recently, but basically you can then grab that and then go into negative keywords and then add that as a negative. And you do that by just clicking the plus sign here. This is adding it on the campaign level, and you can do it as a phrase match or an exact match. It means putting it in those brackets. That's just to be sure at the start. That's only going to negative that search query out if they search exactly that. You're going to need your judgment here and just a bit of experience as you go through and do this more and more with your account. But think about, okay, like this one here, Optus roaming. Optus is like, you know, a telecommunications company, and that's people searching for actually Optus, and maybe that's not great for this brand at all. So we want to totally remove anything about roaming or that other competitor, because they're very different from what we actually do here with this brand. So we might go in and add in Optus roaming as a full negative broad match keyword, which could be totally fine in this case. Anyway, that's how you find negative keywords in your search terms report and then add them in as negative keywords. Okay, the next thing you can do for your Google Shopping campaigns is to actually improve your website and your product pages. A lot of people just focus on the traffic. They focus on their shopping campaigns, their product feed, when half your battle is also on the store, on your product pages, on your website. You spend all this time and money sending people to your website, but you don't spend time optimizing that website so it converts those people into customers. Here are my best practices for your e-commerce store's product page. Okay, number one is reviews. You need to have reviews. Please get reviews on your store. This will make you stand out from the competition and help you increase your sales dramatically. You should have set up a post-purchase review collection sequence with emails. This is when you send an email to your customers sometime after they've purchased, 7 to 14 days, depending on how long your shipping is, asking them for a review. If you never ask, you're never gonna get it. But adding this in, it's fully automated. You're gonna start collecting reviews for your store, which is massive for social proof and increasing your conversion rates to convert other customers. If you haven't set this up already, I recommend checking out my playlist on email marketing setups. I go through the full setup for your e-commerce store of all the flows you need to create. Check the playlists on my channel. I'll also put a link in the description. I really recommend it. It's a full course, everything you need to set up email marketing for your e-com store. If it's not there yet, just hold on for a week or two, because after this video is up, it's the next thing I'm working on, so hold tight. If it's not there, bug me in the comments. Hey Sam, where's the email course? Where's the email course? I'm gonna put it up as soon as possible. Okay, so once you've set this up, you're gonna start collecting reviews for your store. Where do you put them? I recommend putting reviews on the product page, obviously, and hopefully you're collecting UGC, which stands for user generated content. So you're asking your customers to send in videos and photos of your products and them using them. Putting them on your product page is amazing because it allows other customers to see your products being used in different hands, different circumstances by different people. And especially if you have a clear target market, they're gonna see other people very similar to them using the same products. This is huge. I also recommend getting a page on your website called the reviews page where you can embed all those reviews in one spot. Some people are going to be on your website just looking for those reviews, just seeing how other people are experiencing your products. You can have that page, they go there, boom, it has all that content on there, all the reviews for all the products in one place. I also recommend having those reviews on the homepage. If you have a branding campaign on search, you're going to be sending people to your homepage, and maybe other search campaigns, maybe your Facebook campaigns, even organic and direct traffic are going to go to your homepage, and you want to treat that as like a landing page in a sense, and social proof is so important for converting those customers. I recommend having a section on your homepage that has the reviews right there. Near the top, you want to make it really clear, hey, people love our product. Real people are experiencing our product and having a great experience. Just like I said, collect videos and photos from your customers and get them all over your website. I recommend using an app like Stamp.io. I'll leave a link in the description as well. Getting that installed on your Shopify store automates this whole process, and they have a great widget that is put on your product page, homepage, as a sidebar. They even create that reviews page for you so you don't have to do anything. It's all done. It's super, super easy. They also have their own email flow, so it collects those emails on your behalf. It's all automated. It's fantastic. Okay, the next thing, just like having great images in your feed, make sure you have fantastic images on your website. If you're drop shipping, don't just take the supply image and use that. Get the product shipped to your house and take your own photos, your own videos, and get them on that product page. You want to see that product in different locations, in different hands, in different use cases. You want to show that product off as much as you can, and don't just have one image. Have 5 to 10 images there, really showcasing the product and its value. Make sure the images are in a high resolution, but don't make it so high that it slows down your website. I recommend using an image optimization app on your Shopify store. I'll recommend one in the description. These decrease the size of the images, so it improves the speed of your website, but doesn't decrease the quality of those images. Okay, we talked about this already, but descriptions. Really put some time and thought into those descriptions on your product pages. Add really good information about your product. Don't copy competitors, and if you are dropshipping, don't just copy the supplier's description. Really think about your target market. Think about who's going to be buying these products. What's the language you can use to draw them in? What are the benefits? What is the problem that your product is solving? This is a whole other series, but I recommend getting on the phone to your customers and having a good 15 to 30 minute conversation with them to find out what is the problem that you're trying to solve? What is their problem? What's the need that you're fulfilling? What is the value of your product? What are the benefits and features of your product that solve that need of the customer? The more that you can hone in on that problem and show that your product solves the problem that they have, the more successful your product is going to be on your store. Doing this will solve years of pain and years of mistakes in your marketing and copywriting, because you'll know exactly what problem you're solving. As well as that, the customers want to know what the product is, what the sizing is, what the colors are, all that sort of stuff. Add that into your descriptions too, and that's going to help educate the customer exactly what the product is. Think about this. If they walk into a store, what would you tell them about the product? You want to try and create that same experience in your description on your site, because they can't touch it. They can't see it up close unless you have a zoom function on your photos. So you want to create that experience as much as possible on your product pages. This is the sort of stuff that other stores aren't doing, but the ones that do, the ones that I'm working with, they're killing it, because people go to the site and they check the competitors. This one stands out far more. It does a way better job at enticing that customer to buy the product, even though the price might be much more, because they demonstrate value. That's what it's about. Okay, leading on from the descriptions is adding in videos. I recommend getting multiple videos of your product, even GIFs or GIFs or however you want to say it, but get videos of your product being used by customers and by yourself in the descriptions. This is really valuable because people can see how it actually fits into whatever environment, whatever use case that it's meant for. Okay, the other part of your product pages and overall website is mobile friendliness. So many clicks, a great proportion, I don't know what the statistic is, but like a great proportion of traffic on your website is going to be from mobiles. Okay, the next point is all about your website and product pages overall. You need to make sure that they're mobile friendly. I know everyone says this, but really test it out. How does your product page look on your phone? I'm also going to show you how to use Google Chrome developer tools to see how your website looks on mobile right here. Hey guys, okay, to see how your website and your product pages and everything looks on mobile without using some other platform or anything, just make sure you have Google Chrome installed. You're using Google Chrome, go to your website and just right click and then go inspect. And then it's going to pull up this little window here on the left. It's going to be able to let you see all the HTML and all that sort of stuff. But what we really care about is this button here, toggle device toolbar. this is suddenly going to create this toolbar here where you can click and see how your website looks on different sizes. You can drag it if you like to, but I like to just put this in here because it has the standard widths for each size mobile: small mobile, medium mobile, and larger mobile. And then you can see, and it even uses the, see, maybe that's broken, we'll see. But it actually, oh, there it is, it's just a bit slow. So yeah, this, it doesn't have a cursor. Normal cursor is a little circle because that's trying to represent what it looks like with having a thumb on your touchscreen. And so you can scroll down and see how it actually performs on mobile by doing that. But also check it out on your phone because then you can see it in action. You want to make sure that your live chat button isn't covering up the buy button, because then people aren't going to be able to buy, they're just going to be able to talk to you, which is going to make them incredibly frustrated. Okay, there are my best practices for Google Shopping ads. If you have any questions about anything I've gone through in this video, leave a comment below. I answer every single comment as quick as I can. So leave a comment with your question and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If this video did help you out with your shopping campaigns, please give this video a like. That tells YouTube, hey, this guy is making good content for his audience. If you want to see more tutorials just like this one and other strategy videos on how to grow your e-commerce store remotely, please consider subscribing. I make a lot of videos just like this one, going deep into the strategies and really help my audience grow their e-commerce stores while traveling, while remotely, or living wherever they want in the world. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.